All right, so if you're joining me once again, welcome back. We are covering tornado warnings in Indiana and severe thunderstorm warnings in Ohio, and we have a lot to cover here right now because we have some damage reports coming in, and we got lots of stuff going on here that we need to talk about here. Back in Preble County, there in Indiana, we do have damage reports of poles down, so we have lots of stuff going on here. Let's kind of jump into it now once again. So for Ohio, which is our coverage area, they've issued a huge polygon, and we do have a new tornado warning that's coming through right now, literally as we speak. And this is for back in Indiana once again for Fayette and Wayne, Indiana. I was just watching that storm and saying that it was rotating, which also is going to impact some of our counties here in just a few minutes. So we need to kind of discuss a couple of these and kind of get through it here right now. So we have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings in progress for portions of our area, and we'll go through them here one by one. So first things first, I'm going to flip over to the Wilmington radar site. I think I'm already there. Good. And we're looking here at some embedded thunderstorms crossed into Ohio for portions of Mercer, Darke, and Preble counties. We do have that severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for you. And here comes a new one right now. So Paulding and Van Wert counties, there's a new one that just pops on your screen there just to the north for you right now. But we're going to start with the one right here in the middle. And going to go ahead and kind of read the text, kind of go through these one by one because this is fairly large. This is a megagon. So Shelby County, Western Champaign County, Northern Preble County, Western Logan County, Darke County, Western Clark County, Auglaize County, Mercer County, Northwestern Greene County, Northern Montgomery County, Western Hardin County, and Miami County is all under a severe thunderstorm warning until 9 p.m. That is that huge megagon there on your screen right now, right there in the middle. And this is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts that we're seeing here along this line that's extending back from Fort Recovery 6 miles west of New Madison, moving east at 65 miles an hour. So this was issued purely on the fact of wind gusts right now. And don't forget, we have the tornado watch as well that goes for this area as well, but we'll talk about that a little bit later for portions in the rest of Ohio. So this is that huge polygon in the middle of your screen right there. That goes again until 9 p.m. for the threat of severe wind gusts. We'll go ahead and jump down here to the southern flank there by Middletown. So we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for you down there for portions of Butler County and Preble County and southwestern Montgomery County. This severe thunderstorm warning goes until 9 o'clock for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Now, we do have reports coming in that the poles have been down in Preble. We're working to get some more information for you on that. But we do have reports that poles are down in Preble County with some of these storms that are rolling through. So they're packing quite a bit of punch, 60-plus miles an hour for that. We have no tornado warnings at the moment for Ohio. However, you can see there on your screen that we do have one button right up against the Ohio border here, down here for our friends down there in Butler and portions of Hamilton County. We do have one there as well. I was watching this storm back in Indiana for Fayette County, saying that this one was rotating, and definitely was, and they went ahead and issued that tornado warning as well. So as these approach the Miami Valley, we're going to have to keep a very close eye on that one as well. Let's kind of work our way up to the north. We had a new severe thunderstorm warning come in here just a few moments ago. I was reading the other ones. You can kind of see this little storm up here may not be in the way of precipitation, but we do see, so we do have a severe thunderstorm warning on this one as well for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So this one's for Paulding County and Van Wert County until 9:15 for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And they're keeping the hail threat at bay right now, not seeing as much large hail at the moment. So really very, very windy with this particular storm cell is what we're seeing. Now, kind of zoom back out. There's a couple other severe thunderstorm warnings that are still going on, but it's just these little slivers here, right here down in Hamilton County and portions of Butler County. Those are still active as well, but those are the other two that are on your screen. So you can see all of the warnings on your screen. I know some of them at the bottom are a little bit cut off. I apologize for that when they're scrolling. But on the left-hand side, you can see how long you have remaining on the warnings. And if you're on a cell phone, you may have to rotate the phone to landscape to maybe read it. But because we are doing a larger format here when we're pushing it to Facebook, for example. So this is kind of the line that we have in progress, okay? And let's jump back down here to Wilmington, because this is I wouldn't say the most concerning area, but it's more concerning than most up here in northwest Ohio. Again, for Paulding and Van Wert counties, heads up to you. I know we have a lot of people that watch from there. It's going to get very, very windy over the next few minutes, so make sure that you are indoors and away from windows for that severe thunderstorm warning. We have this megagon in the middle. Again, you can read that off to the left side of your screen, but I want to focus in here on the velocity image. So give me 1 second. I want to turn on the wind so you can kind of see what we're looking at right now. So let's go ahead and turn on the base velocity view and kind of see the rotation that we've been looking at. This has died down a little bit, but what we've been seeing is this has been kind of pulsating, as I like to call it, is it's kind of weakening and then speeding back up or reforming as the storm motion goes through. So quick spin-ups aren't totally out of the question, but we have had some confirmed tornadoes. Like this one back here in Columbus, Indiana, confirmed tornadoes and things back here by spotters, so we are keeping a very close eye on that one as well. But this is a tornado warning here. Let's see here. I'm going to put SRV on it. You can kind of see a little bit of the tornado warning cell a little bit better with SRV. So again, we're in Indiana right now, but this is coming towards Ohio. You could kind of see it was a little bit stronger a few scans ago, but this is where that rotation is right now for our folks there in Indiana. And down here, this one still is rotating as well, starting to come right up to the Ohio border. We'll have to see if they reissue that one or not in just a few minutes. So we'll have to wait and see on that, but we are continuing to watch this entire line, because this entire line looks like, if we go back to our velocity or reflectivity, kind of see that Boeing type structure, which is indicative of very strong winds, and what we're seeing across here the Miami Valley, especially right now with this megagon. But this whole thing is moving off here towards the east at about 65 miles an hour. So that's kind of what we got going on right now. Unfortunately, everybody's saying my town, my town, my town. I can't get to them. I apologize. I'm not even going to answer those. I just can't do it. It's impossible to cover 88 counties and thousands of cities in Ohio. So I apologize. Download the app, though. I mean, you can track the storms on the app, and it gives you really great information that we put out there. Kind of focusing in on the most severe hazards right now for portions of Ohio. So again, tornado warnings are not in Ohio yet, okay? But we're continuing to see some pretty strong thunderstorm warnings. I'm reading some of your comments, like Brandy and some of the people that are saying, you know, every week this happens or whatever. Well, I guess I'd rather let you know than not know, and then you can complain that you didn't get a heads up. So or Bradley, that's what Bradley. So we talk up the storm stuff every week, and every time I turn on this tornado watch, well, yep, sorry. And then some other people are complaining as normal. But I would rather you guys know what's going on, I guess. And remember, I don't get paid to do this. So I'd rather you guys know what's going on than not know what's going on. And then you complain. People complain either way. You don't get notified, or you do get notified too much, you complain either way. So anyway, just saying there, it's my piece on that. I won't say anything else on that. But we're focused here in the Miami Valley right now for the portions of severe weather and strong wind gusts being the primary threat, with some embedded tornadoes on what's going on right here. All right, so kind of zoom back out here for the entire coverage area and kind of reset on the watches as well. So we're going to roll back out here to the coverage area itself. So what we have here is this nice Boeing structure that is going to impact portions of Ohio. I could tell you that it is, okay, we are seeing this move at about 65 miles an hour. So for people asking about times, the best thing I can do for you right now, obviously, I'll kind of draw this current time. I'll draw this in 2-hour segments. So this is going to be basically 8:30 to we'll say 10:30 here, and we'll draw this in 2-hour segments, another 2-hour swath. It's a little bit janked up there, but we'll just say 10:30 to midnight for this area, and if it holds together out in this area, you're looking about midnight to 1 a.m. If it holds together as we move forward. So that's kind of the timing for you. I wish I could give you down to the detail for everybody's city, but I can't do that. So I apologize for that, but that's kind of the rough timing that we have for you on the storm cell itself. I will put it into motion. I know some people asked about that. So this is kind of the storm motion right now. It's queuing up, but it is taking a little bit of a northeasterly turn. I mean, it's mainly moving east, but it is moving a little bit to the north and east as well. So that's kind of what we're seeing, and it's pushing here into the Miami Valley. We do have a new warning that's coming in right now. Let's go ahead and read that real quick. My phone's going to be for Indiana, but so not for us right now. So that's a new one for Indiana on our counties over in Indiana that we watch just as it comes into our area. So again, bottom line is if you're in this area, this is kind of the target zone right now. You need to be prepared, and even down here in Cincinnati, can't really exclude them as well. You need to be prepared for severe weather. You need to have a plan. You need to know to get to the lowest level of your house and away from windows. If you're under a tornado warning, severe thunderstorm warnings, you need to get indoors and away from windows. That's the number one thing that you need to do as these storms approach. So we have large severe thunderstorm warnings because this is, like I said, this Boeing structure, they normally, they just issued it because, massively we're seeing severe weather or storms crossing that 60-mile-an-hour wind gust potential. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Defiance in Williams County.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Defiance and Williams counties in Ohio until 9:30 p.m.
So there's the new severe thunderstorm warning until 9:30 for Defiance. Okay, you kind of see that northern flank that we've been looking at is moving off here towards the east. So Defiance in Williams County, they do have that storm cell clicked up to 70 miles per hour wind gusts with that particular storm. We'll look at that here in just a minute. Before I do that, I wanted to show you lightning data right now. If I turn the lightning data on, you can see a lot of these storms have some pretty good lightning that are embedded with them. And on these tornadoes that we've been seeing here that are back in Indiana right now, they have been rain wrapped. I know there's a famous pictures that's come out of St. Louis today from the arch and the Gateway Arch that we've seen, and it was rain wrapped, so you couldn't see it. So heads up to that. Don't try to be out spotting because you're not going to be able to see these, especially now sun is setting and we're almost there. So as we continue to look through or continue to watch some of these storms, you kind of see this motion right here down. Let's kind of look here, right down here in Butler and portions of Preble County. You see how that storm is slowly rotating off to the north. Those are the areas that we continue to watch for spinning or rotation. So we may or may not see other tornado warnings. Okay, we're kind of on that fringe there. When we looked at, I'll stop this and put this down to the latest scan. When we look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook, I'll turn this on here for day one. Once this kind of expands off here, and I'm talking for the southern flank, it's pretty much out of it here. This is that moderate risk area in red. So that's the level 4 of 5 for severe weather. Then we get into this area here, which is at level 3 of 5 for severe weather, and then the slight risk. So we'll have to wait and see. But we are continuing to watch, and I will say we are continuing to watch that cell right here in Preble County. I'm keeping my very close eye on this one. Let's go ahead and zoom back in here real quick, and I want to check something else off screen. Zoom in on this one real quick. I am watching this one. I think we do have a little bit of minor rotation with this one in Preble County, so I'm keeping an eye on that one. I'm looking at another product, but kind of showing the base velocity, a little bit of rotation there that keeps popping up. And if I flip the storm relative velocity, that's more of a junk scan. But we are watching that area. Keeps catching my eye basically on reflectivity, and then as I look at another product off screen, it keeps catching my eye as well. So we are watching that area. If there's some good news with that, you see that tornado warning that was butted up there right against Hamilton and Butler County has expired, and they've not reissued it. However, we do need to keep an eye here for our friends down in Butler County, right in this general area. Okay, this is where that tornadic activity was. It is not strongly rotating as it once was. Has a little bit of rotation there, but we're going to keep a very close eye. So if you're in the Butler County, city of Hamilton, heads up to you folks down here, because that's got a little bit of rotation with it as well. And we're watching that, and we're kind of watching the whole line along with that. So the southern flank has the best potential for some tornadoes. But again, right now, if you're anywhere in one of these severe thunderstorm polygon boxes, you could expect wind gusts over 60 miles an hour, and then potentially, in some spots, isolated 75 miles an hour. So let's go ahead and go back up here to the northern Indiana flank of this storm. I do want to not totally discredit this. This is going to be marching here into northwest Ohio. You'll notice we have no severe thunderstorm watch in effect here for a lot of northwest Ohio. This pink box here, this is a severe thunderstorm watch that goes until midnight, and then this one down here for Miami Valley and southern portions of Ohio, this tornado watch goes until 3 a.m. With that being said, I'm actually going to turn those off to help it make a little bit not so clunky on the screen for you. So I'll pop those off right now. But as we go back up here to northern Indiana, so we kind of see these cells populating up here. Not a lot in the way of precipitation, but you see this teeny tiny cell right here, a little bit of a hail maker, all right, in the Lone County up here in Williams and Defiance County, right up here in the northwest portion of the state. There's the city of Bryan. This has been issued, again, for the possibility of strong wind gusts up to 70. You can see it on your screen, up to 70 miles an hour out with this storm. So this goes at, what do we got? This goes until 9:30 with that storm. So again, can't totally let your guard down in northwest Ohio. It's going to get windy. Okay, I can tell you that, especially also for our friends down here in Paulding and Van Wert counties. You're also under a severe thunderstorm warning right now that goes until 9:15. Again, 9:15 on that one. They got that one at 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and that's pretty much the main threat. And you can kind of see as this moves forward, you're going to see some pretty good punch, and once this line gets past you, it is pretty much going to be over. The good thing generally, kind of off topic a little bit since we don't have tornado warnings right now, is the fact that it's going to be a big cool down coming up for next week. Pretty much people are going to be seeing temperatures in the 60s. All right, so if you're just joining us, kind of a one-man band here tonight, so I apologize. I have to take a drink of water every now and then. So if you're just now joining us, we have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings, and they are gigantic warnings, megagons as we call them in the weather industry, that have been issued. So, and I know a lot of areas have gotten a lot of rain over the past month, and we're seeing so much rain, a lot of flooding and standing water in fields, and some of this doesn't help in the Miami Valley. But that's kind of what we're seeing across Ohio in general right now. A lot of rain across the state of Ohio over the past month. But pretty much you can see every western border in Ohio, except Hamilton County, is under a severe thunderstorm warning. So you kind of zoom in, and you can see pretty much everybody now is under a severe thunderstorm warning, except our friends in Hamilton County. So I apologize. I guess you guys had enough severe weather over the last few weeks. But right now, pretty much every county on the western border under a severe thunderstorm warning for this line of storms that is, again, continuing to move off here to the east and slightly to the northeast. So you need to not let your guard down, again, as these storms move out off towards the east. Because, again, these storms have 70-plus miles an hour potential with some of these. Even in this northern storm, this little baby cell up here, 70-plus miles an hour with that one up in Williams and Defiance County. Flipping back over here towards the southern flank of this storm, again, pushing right through the Dayton metro area, coming towards you, I guess, and then up here in Miami County, in the Troy area, it's kind of pouncing on you right now if you're in the Miami Valley. So let's go ahead and continue to look at these severe thunderstorm warnings. I'll kind of rattle these off one by one because we have such a huge amount of severe thunderstorm warnings. And if you're just joining us, we'll rattle these off one by one. Again, main threat's going to be strong wind gusts here. So let's start with this one right down here in the southern flank of Ohio. We have a severe thunderstorm warning until 9 o'clock for northeastern Franklin, that's in Indiana, Union County and Butler County, and southern Preble and southwestern Montgomery counties in west central Ohio. So that goes until 9 o'clock, and they're clocking this moving at northeast at 40 miles an hour, 60 mile an hour wind gusts, minor hail damage to vehicles possible, and again, basically 60 mile an hour wind gusts. Let's move up here to the huge gon, megagon, trillagon, statagon almost an entire state. But this is huge severe thunderstorm warning here. Dead center of your screen for the Miami Valley. Let's go ahead and read this one. This is going to take a second. So, Shelby County, western Champaign County, northern Preble County, western Logan County, Darke County, western Clark County, Auglaize County, Mercer County, northwestern Greene County, northern Montgomery
Alert.
County, western Hardin County, and Miami
A new severe thunderstorm
County.
warning has been issued for Allen and Putnam counties in Ohio until 9:45 p.m.
And you see on your screen, we have a new warning that just came in, so that makes number 5. Allen and Putnam counties go until 9:45, so they're issuing the next layer there for that one. I'm going to continue going through these, so let's go ahead and go to that newest one right there for portions of Lima. So we're going to go to the newest warning just in for you. Again, for portions of Putnam County and Allen County, this goes until 9:45, 70 mile an hour wind gusts with this storm, and they're saying broadcast media is the source. So I'm not sure if they're saying that's confirmed or not. I'll have to get some clarification on that. They are saying the thunderstorm damage threat is considerable. So they don't use that tag that often. They're saying considerable damage threat here for this storm coming through Putnam and, Putnam and Allen counties. So that's what they're saying. I'm assuming they're getting the 70 mile an hour wind gusts somewhere along this flank. It doesn't look that impressive as far as precipitation-wise, but as this continues to move northeast, I'll put it into motion for you, and it's queuing up a little bit, but you can kind of see they're saying that this line is causing 70 mile an hour wind gusts. May not be seeing much of anything besides wind with this, and maybe a little bit of lightning and thunder, but packing quite a punch. And then you see this cell up here they issued for Williams and Defiance County. They're also saying up to 70 mile an hour wind gusts for this tiny cell. They went ahead and issued the entire warning for 2 counties, not sure why, but maybe it's because of this other flank, I'm not sure. But they went ahead and issued that as well. So kind of going back over to the other warnings here that we didn't cover, for friends over in Paulding and Van Wert counties, that one's in progress as well, and that goes until 9:15, 60 mile an hour wind gusts. And then this northern flank one that I discussed before for Williams and Defiance County, that one is until 9:30, 70 mile an hour wind gusts with that particular storm cell. So a lot going on right now. So I'm going to zoom back out here, kind of give you the wider view of what's going on. And again, I'm trying to bounce between 2 radar sites because we have just this massive amount of severe thunderstorm warnings that's going on right now. So I'm loading back up the Wilmington site for southern Ohio. And you can kind of see some small hail, but again, really the biggest threat is going to be that that wind gust potential. So give me just one quick second. I'm kind of just reading some things here and looking through some storm reports here. I'm not seeing much in the way of that for Ohio right now. That was Lorain County earlier today. So just kind of looking at some of those other storm reports that come in with it. So if there is a good thing with these storm cells, besides the fact that we're seeing a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings. We are not seeing in the terms of tornado warnings right now, which is a good thing. And I continue to watch some of these cells off to the side, but most of them are just becoming an embedded threat for 70-plus mile-an-hour wind gusts. Now, we are watching one particular cell down in Hamilton County that does have a little bit of rotation with it, so I'm keeping an eye on this cell right down here out of the warning box, right here for Hamilton County, right along 52. This has a little bit of rotation with it, but as far as rotation goes, that's what I'm seeing as far as it goes across this entire line. Now, do have to call out again, the National Weather Service there from northern Indiana has issued this new warning, okay? This new warning up here for Putnam and Allen County. This is tagged considerable damage. So that's something that's probably the worst that we have on the board right now, and it's for Putnam County and Allen County. Considerable damage is what they're doing this for, severe wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour. So give me one quick second. I'm continuing to read some things here off screen and chatting with some people here. So I'm trying to get some clarification on that because, on radar, even if we flip back up here to the northern radar site, it doesn't look as predominant, but maybe there is some of those storms that are cells that are firing up to 70-plus miles an hour. And again, I'm looking even at velocity. Doesn't look that impressive. But and that's storm relative velocity. But even looking at base velocity, not looking too impressive there, but hey, we'll go with what they got. Kind of looking down here, you can see a little bit of minor rotation here down by the Piqua area, but not much going on there. So, but we are keeping an eye on this one here as well. Down here, Miami County, basically getting ready to cross 75. So we are watching that one as well. So we'll have to keep an eye on this, but again, it's just producing right now severe thunderstorm warnings. We had tornado warnings, and the good thing is we're not seeing that, which is a great sign for us here as this line comes out. Now, we are looking at a new potential severe thunderstorm watch coming out for northwest Ohio, I believe is what we're talking about. No, they're saying 60% watch issuance for northeast Ohio. I'm not sure if that was northeast or northwest, but we are looking at that. I need to pop up something and see exactly what that says from the Storm Prediction Center myself, because I'm very surprised that it says northeast Ohio. So give me one quick second. I'm trying to read into that. It's possible. So we're continuing to watch the severe thunderstorm warnings roll through, and the nice thing is you can see there that they've dropped some of those warnings out of it for Darke County and Mercer County. They dropped those warnings off out of that, and they're kind of dropping those out. However, I can say you got to be careful here. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning
out.
A
new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Butler, Clinton, Greene, Montgomery, and Warren counties in Ohio until 9:30 p.m.
So there's a new severe thunderstorm warning. You can see it was just issued there on your screen. So it kind of extends the current warning here. So they kind of extended out that previous warning. So this new warning goes for eastern Butler, Warren County, northwestern Clinton County, Greene County, and Montgomery County until 9:30. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail are with this one. Now, some people are looking, can I let my guard down? No. Once this line goes through, especially in the Miami Valley, you could see another round here. You could see back towards Indianapolis, this thing's firing up again with severe thunderstorm warnings. So you need to not let your guard down on that at all. You can see back here again, in Indianapolis, you're seeing these storms fire up once again. This kind of was the primary threat, but we often wondered, and I often wondered, if that second line was going to fire up here back in Indiana, and we're going to have to continue to watch that over the next couple of hours. We're kind of in that prime time right now, but you're going to see temperatures drop off once this front moves through as well. We'll be back in the 60s for the remainder of the week. So a lot of lightning going on here, and we do have, again, severe thunderstorm warnings lined up across the western portion of Ohio as it moves off here towards the northeast. So a heads up to you folks there that are out ahead of this. We do have some watches that are in effect. I'll pop those back on the screen. We do have a tornado watch here for anything in this darker yellowish color. This tornado watch goes until 3 a.m. And then we have this other one here for the northern flank there, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts up here, and a severe thunderstorm watch until 12 a.m. So doing some checking on the mesoscale discussion. I can't find it, but somebody in the team just texted me saying it's out, so definitely not sure where that one's at. And again, Storm Prediction Center website has been, if people follow along with that, has been awful today. Not loading correctly and erroring out quite a bit. So again, we're continuing to follow these storms. Again, a line of severe thunderstorms right now. We're continuing to watch these storms. If you're anywhere in this polygon or even out ahead of this, obviously I have the severe thunderstorm watch boxes going on. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't issue a few more of these counties, add them to this severe thunderstorm watch up here. I wouldn't be surprised by that, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there over the next couple of minutes and see what goes on there. But as this storm moves off to the northeast, definitely we're going to see the potential there for some more severe weather, and we'll have to wait and see what the Storm Prediction Center decides to do, if they want to continue or add the watch or what have you. So we're continuing to follow this. We're continuing to track this. Those in the Miami Valley, again, can't let your guard down, because back here you got another line of storms that is lining up, so don't let your guard down with this as well. Right now I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Again, one-man band tonight. But we're going to continue to watch this, and our Facebook page automatically loads the warnings. And again, those of Allen County and Putnam County, heads up to you. They tagged it considerable. And again, I'm not 100% sure on what's going on. But with that, they're saying considerable damage possible up to 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Right now, we're pretty much seeing 60 to 70-mile wind gusts across the board. Regardless of that, it's windy. Things are going to happen. So make sure you don't let your guard down. Make sure you have a way to receive alerts. You can download our app if you'd like. You can download any other app that you like as well. But you can download the app at Ohio News and Weather. You can search that on the App Store or the Google Play Store, and you can follow along and get alerts. Again, make sure you choose that location icon at the top of the screen and choose your location and get down right into the nitty-gritty of what type of alerts that you want. So I'm going to do some digging here on the backside right now, since we only have severe thunderstorm warnings. Most of you understand the risks with severe thunderstorm warnings. Make sure you get to the lowest level of your house. I shouldn't say that. That's a tornado warning. Make sure you get inside and away from windows as these storms roll through. A lot of lightning with these storms as well, and embedded gusts up to 65 miles an hour right now is what we're seeing on radar. But don't let your guard down, especially anywhere in the state of Ohio right now. I can say that. So if you're anywhere in the state of Ohio, don't let your guard down right now until we see how things shake out. We got a little bit of instability out ahead of this. We're kind of waiting to see if it's going to pop or not. And if it does, then, yeah, we're going to have some more severe weather. If it kind of holds off, then we won't. It'll start to taper off. So we're waiting for that to kind of see if what's going to happen here as it moves off here towards the east. So stick around. We'll come back live as we need to, as we consider these severe thunderstorm warnings throughout Ohio. Our page posts them again automatically, and you can download the app. We'll continue to come back.